There's Nina here at the Midland, and this is what I wanted to show you. Sorry for the last video, I realized there was a lot of squeaky leaks when I was filming and talking at the same time, so I'll try to avoid that this time. Here you can see a pretty interesting development in our almost, well, let's say over 2 years, 2.5 years now, system. So I gotta be clear here. What is it now? 2 years or 3 years? Well, I'm starting to lose count. I think we're in the 3rd year for sure. Not in the 4th. So we're in the 3rd year, and this is what we pruned here in November. Right? You can see that there we made a cut, and these and that one, and also that one, all poplars, were about 6 meters tall. And that's not a lie, it's not exaggeration. This one too. That one definitely 4 or 5. So as the soil gets better, the trees got taller. As there was more water, as it goes sloping downhill with the irrigation, there was more water, and well, in 2 years time, getting 6 meter tall poplars is great from a cutting. Yeah, so I was really amazed by that. Now you can see the insane spacing, and I feel like here we did it quite good. Lots of plants are coming along very happily since the initial plantation. And look at these oaks in their 3rd year by seed. That is something for me to be really happy with. We got pomegranate, we got now here the same as in the earlier video, the how do you call them, celery, going to seed, and they are basically, as we had down there, they're gonna be chopped and dropped. All these plants here, all happy. Banana was introduced later, I said already, and it's coming along. Let's see, this peach tree loaded. Last year he made his first fruits. I think I saw 3, and now I'm counting more than 10. Now, something to be really excited about for somebody who likes agroforestry and syntropic approach, or inspired by syntropy, that was originally thought of by Ernst Kutsch and worked extensively over lots of years. Now we have here a beautiful casuarina, a row actually. They're all windbreaking in the future, or already a little bit. This market garden area together with its tree lines. So as I explained in other videos, we use a 6 meter distance between our tree lines, and then we fill that up with 4 market garden beds. But we're also in the next area already squeezing that area to 3 meters. So here we will install our next tree line very soon. Now I'll show you in a bit how that one worked out in the last course. That was now a month ago, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, again, you can see still where it was chopped. Right there, and look at the regrowth in the beginning of the year. So instead of having 1 going to 6 meters, hopefully we'll have 4. Let's see. A lot of biomass being produced right here on site, and that can all return to the soil. Now the banana also comes along beautifully. pears here, full in leaf. Of course, I'm choosing the perfect moment of the year to show you. Give me positive feedback when I look back at videos, and hopefully inspiring to anybody that sees this. Obviously, in the winter time we don't have this lush look. We're missing the leaves, and yeah, that would definitely look different in the winter. It does look different. We normally have then a little bit more going on here. So beautiful shiny poplar leaves, and now we're ending up here where we have installed lots of garlics, elephant garlics, yacon again, really love yacon, and there we have the tree line. You see here banana stumps. It came from the tunnel, and up there. I didn't film that yet in this video, but now you can see there's still a bed right here, and a bed right there, a bed right there, and a bed right there. But in the middle, species are coming along. Now here we cheated a little bit. We put it in plants that were already big, so not by seed. Not everything is by seed, but there is plenty of seed in the ground. Sorry for the squeaking again. There is plenty of seed in the ground, that's what I said. Plenty. Yeah, you can see all the oaks. We even had, it looks like we didn't plant them well, but we had a bucket full of old oak seed. So the ones that started to root, we have really made in contact with the soil. And the others just are doing a sort of a mulching effect right here. You can see some already comes along by seed. And yeah, we used a lot of succulents in this one. Not a lot, but we did use bananas coming along. And there's not much from the original seed yet coming along. But let me see if I can dive a bit deeper into that mulch to see if there is something else already making an attempt to grow. Oh, it's amazing to work with all these bananas. You can see. I'll lift one up. Look at that. Happy. Really happy soil. Now, what's that? Turmeric. Yeah. I think I have to leave this space alone. Let nature do the work. Nature will solve it. Nature will choose which seeds will like it here and which won't. And we gave it a choice. We gave it plenty of choice this time. Different than the earlier video where we did a non-irrigated area. We gave many seeds to choose from, and seeds are cheap. Chickens are amazing. Sounds, they're up there. Maybe we can still pass by in a bit. Now, this one is a surprise. This was our surprise factor when we planted the system. We literally had a bunch of seeds, and they are, yeah, this one is officially 2 years old, this line. Now we are in May, and it was in May 2 years ago that we planted it. And the other ones were a few months earlier, and that one was again a few months earlier, or 1 month earlier. So this one I'm also really happy with, called Alnus cordata, or Amieiro in Portuguese, or alder tree. Now, yeah, sometimes you have to realize when you put all the seeds in, not everything will come, but there will be surprise. So this is a avocado, and these surprise seeds are the cigar tree or catalpa. There's many coming, and I really filtered it out. So I have every, let's say, 1.5 meter a tree. This is a mulberry. This is a catalpa again. Here there's almost a meter in between them. And yeah, I hope they do a great job as an initial species to help this system. But maybe it will be more of a final tree, so a tree that will stay for a canopy. And then I don't know yet. This is my inexperience in that sense. I just don't know how the system will develop, but I really like to go and learn and go with the flow, basically. So obviously this line, we have a lot of berry plants in the base. It's a bit of a chaotic line as well. You can see there's here succulent. Let me be a bit more clear. There's chestnut coming there. There is that's what you get when you mix all those seeds up, right? There's raspberry coming, and but there has been some maintenance also on this. For example, these grasses here. I normally don't really pull grasses, but sometimes if they are not too disruptive when I pull them, otherwise I cut them just below the crown, then I like to remove them, because it's just impossible to manage and take those grasses all the time. So you really have to eradicate them a bit of the system. I hear a lot of berries. I was looking for the blueberries, and they are there, I know. And every time I'm coming here, I'm having difficulty finding them. But I know that they are here, because I recently found a few. Yeah, they're somehow invisible. There they are. They look healthy, the plants. Don't grow that fast. So, banana coming in the middle as well. Yeah, so it's totally different how this line is actually expressing in relation to that one, for example, and that one in the back. So it really depends how you lay the foundation for this new food forest you're going to plant. Imagine if you want to do something similar as we do here. You really have to go for an abundance of seeds, a great preparation of the soil. So aeration would be really nice. Lots of feed for the plants in the soil life. So I would say nice organic compost, obviously, and or some old manure. And yeah, here's the guava next to the oak. This line also has oak. There's pomegranate, verbena, comfrey in the base. Here the poplar starts covering everything. Lots of garlic on the edge. And here casuarina also. Can be a huge tree, so eventually it will go right through. The which nuts are this? Not walnuts. Avelin is the Portuguese name. Hazelnut, yeah, that's the one. So now you can see garlic scapes. We sell them to restaurants, and here you go, beautiful thick stem already. Very short time. Look at that. A little over 2 years. Heavily chopped here. Made a mistake, you can see. I ripped a piece of but the plant is really beautiful. Really coming strong. So now, one more look at this, and I'm going to move up. See if I can show something else. Because we have an older system, an older tree system, some of you might know. And I'm going to come along. So here we did another tree line, right along, taro in it, verbena, lots of broad beans, topinambu, lavender, banana. Sorry for all the noise. I realized the mic is all the time near my hand where the grasses are, so that will basically distort the sound all the time when I talk. System from the top. It's coming along and all the time changing. Hello. So they're here all the time moving with the electric net, and they're now around the pond here. You cannot see the water so much, but they get to eat little animals that are around the pond. What was that? Something moved here. There's 8 chickens over there. That's the maximum around now. It's interesting. There's other life here. So there's the house. They walk all along the pond. They have this really beautiful natural habitat. So soon we will move the fence to another place. Made a bit of a weird double fence here, but that's just coincidence. Normally we don't do that. So now I'll show you. I'm not going to go in detail on the irrigation system, but I'm going to show you how we are doing here. Hello Nina. She's the guide from this tour, showing us around, leading us next places. So this is the nursery for the bananas. You can see where we got all that banana material from. And here soon we will do more plantations, ginger and whatnot. So you can see this system definitely older, 3 to 4 years. Mulberry, Ramona being chopped down several times already. Mulberries, funny enough, the biggest mulberry is not the one fruiting, so maybe it needs to be grafted. I'm not a mulberry specialist. We have another one that makes lots. I didn't tell you, but these are the feijoas. They're heavily flowering this year. This is apple, and this is Cape gooseberry. I really love this nitrogen fixer. They make edible berries. And yeah, you can see here the mistakes, or I call it always mistakes when I'm here, because I feel like the density is really off. There's too many open spots between all these. So it was really a mistake when I installed it. And I also didn't mulch well enough. So now I got comfrey, which is a great plant to have around. I prefer them right in the edge, because then you can manage them as sort of a ongoing management thing, rather than managing in between your trees and potentially damaging seedlings that are coming along. So yeah, this system here is kind of in need for some repair, and it has been since it's growing. It is beautiful, and there's coming lots of plants with fruits, but it is too skinny. We use a lot of mulch that we get from the areas here in the middle, and we feed that to this system. But yeah, the further we come along, the more space there is. So you have to imagine that when you install a system, there's always species not going to make it. And if you don't give enough information in the form of seeds, you will lose too many on the way. Some is just going to go. Pistachio lentiscus. And unfortunately, the male or female, I had 2, didn't make it. So now we will not have pistachio. Have to add more to get the pollination going. Now, yeah, what can I say? I feel the chop and drop here at the edges. We had vegetation recently, so lots of broad beans, like 1 meter or 1.5 meter tall, and lots of these grasses. You can see we used here a flail mower, which is not the ideal tool to do this. It's though the fastest to do it. You can use, of course, a brush cutter, which is amazing because you can get a really nice chop, which results in a faster regrowth. So if I would not have used the flail mower, I would have faster regrowth here. You can see now you get more of a, let's say sort of a thick, well, it looks like cow manure eventually. And it is kind of what that just didn't went through the gut of the cow. So it doesn't have the beneficial bacteria that the gut of the cow adds to it. But it definitely has bacteria in our soils, and that will decompose the grass. So the nitrogen and all the feed from the grass will go to this soil right here, feed it to the trees. Yes, but the syntropic effect of the regrowth and the growth hormone is somewhat stunted if you're cutting it a little brutal like this. I have to say, it's quite a lot of area for me to manage with a weed whacker. So I'm going along with how this goes, see how it works out. A lawnmower is the next step I'm working with. So when it's that tall, like 1 meter, 120, I cannot use the lawnmower. But when it's next time to cut, I will definitely use it. So I hope this video didn't go over the time to put it on YouTube, so I have to cut it. So I will stop it now, and hopefully I can get back to you another time to tell you a little bit more about what's happened here at Lugar da Terra. And thank you for watching. Hope to see you in another video, or hope to see you seeing it. I don't know how you say that. Thanks, cheers.